Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Kelly and today we're going to be working out of this beautiful book here, Industrial Personas by Maremi Small Art. I have revived my interest in this book after not having done anything lately. So I've got this particular piece here that I'm going to work with to begin. So we're building a page out of this specific collage book. It's a good one. It's got lots of images of industrial. It's got your little personas, all the little characters. You can see those wonderful little characters. I have done a flip through on one of my videos of this book if you would like to see it intact. Right now, it's chopped up. It's got missing pieces and parts, but overall, it still has some wonderful life in it that we will continue to use because it is one of my favorites. So I was brought to this idea when I revisited an old industrial little personas page that I recently did. And so this particular page stems from that. It piqued my interest to want to work with these materials again. So sit back, relax, and let's begin this journey of building this particular page. Now I do have to keep in mind where I may want to put elements that I have to leave it unglued. So if you see me stop and pause, that's what I'm actually doing. So I'm going to get this main base down first. And then I can start building the other elements. Now what I love about these pages is these colors. So we're going to be introducing some of these colors in the background using a stencil. Now I'm going to show you my two color technique, my double color technique, to where you can build on your stencils, not just one, but I've actually built 3. So today you're going to get to see the 2. The video I did before had 3 colors on top of each other strategically so that you could see the layering. And that was the last video that I did, Twisted Wisteria. So if you'd like to see that triple technique, go to that video and that's demonstrated there. I do want to leave these leaves popped up like that. It adds some interest and three-dimensional quality to the page. So bear with me as I lay down strategic pieces to see what I want to do and what I want to affect. I love these colors because you can actually add colors to the background, such as the vintage photo. Looks like it's got some of the tan. It's also got some of the pink, which today I'm going to use Victorian velvet. And we are about to be visited by a furry boy who's deciding he wants to play. So, if he shows up, just roll with it. Now with the 2 or 3 color or more technique with the distressed inks and stencils, you want to start with your lighter color first and then move on to your medium and then your darkest. So that way the colors blend or don't counteract the previous color because they are lighter in hue and get darker as you go along. So I'm going to use the pink first. And this pink is the distressed ink called Victorian Velvet. So I'm going to go with pink first. Now what I learned in my last video is I do have to hold it and not lift it up to see what I've got, because it can shift. Now you do want to try to swatch these colors together before you do it on a page that you want to be permanent, because if you don't swatch them and see how they react to each other, you could have a color combination that you do not like. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this open because I know I'm going to use it. And it's okay if you get this ink on some of your other images. It lends to a coming together that might be really neat to see, especially if you've got two images melded together. And how dark and how light you want this to be is up to you. So we're doing our lightest color first. And even if you cover over some of the stenciling, it's okay. You want to hold it down very tight or tape it down however you want, because you are pushing pretty hard when you're trying to get this ink onto here. So you don't want it shifting on you. Okay, now I'm going to hold it down because I'm going to change daubers. Try to do this one-handed. Okay, now here comes the magic. When you're doing your second color, you don't want to do the whole area that you started with. You want to do the back side of what you did before. Or one side of what you did before. And then you get that double meld or the triple meld. So you don't want to do the whole square. Each of the squares, you want to go on one side of it. And then you end up with a double color or a color shift. Okay, now let's see what that looks like. my stencil off with the inks that are on here. And let me raise this up so you can see it a little bit more. And you see the two colors? It's a fun process. Now, if you wash your stencils and find you cannot get the inks off of it, use acetone or what's known as fingernail polish remover, and it gets it right off. It's what gets it off of my hands, so I don't have inked hands for over a week. So try that if you find that your inks are staying on surfaces that you don't want them. Okay. Now let's keep playing. We've got this little guy here. We've got this engine as well as this little guy. Now when you're choosing your characters and your items, pay attention to their posture, because that's going to tell you where it's going to look good. You see he's got one knee raised. He's going to be riding and turning this wheel mechanism with his feet. So just by tucking him behind, he looks like he is actually on this wheel. I may use this for another page in the future. Sometimes I cut out elements and I don't end up using them. And that's okay, because you can always use them on another project. Let's get this little guy down because he's got a friend that's about to show up. So I stole a rabbit from another book, and I'll show you which book I ended up stealing him from. I had cut him out to use in a project, and I never ended up using him for that project. But this is the book in which he is, this little guy right here. So we're going to use him on this page. So this is the Autumn Stories. And so when I'm choosing which direction I want to go for a page, I do shop my stash so that I can find elements that might go well that I wasn't thinking about. So here's our little guy right here. And then I ended up stealing a pair of goggles off of the head of a character I was not planning to use. So this little guy here, not only is he cute as he is, but he's gonna match the other guys, and he's got some goggles too, but I stole them off of another character. So here's his goggles. I had to choose a character that was looking to the side that matched his side profile. So that's how I decided whose goggles to use and which character I wasn't going to use. So there's Mr. Rabbit with his goggles. Like I said, I cut out a bunch of pieces. And so I'm just looking to see how I want to use them. I don't want to put something upside down by mistake. So by cutting images, you can tuck them. So I pre-cut these leaves here to tuck in this piece, but also to be able to tuck in anything else that I might want to add. And I did some color swatching so I could see how the colors would show up on this particular paper. So swatch your colors on the same type of paper that you're going to be using on the page. And then you'll be able to see exactly the way it's going to look. I used to draw, and sometimes I do miss it. But this art journaling is more my speed. So now I want to do something else. I like these vintage looking industrial mini metal frames. So I want to see, ooh, that's got some of the greens in it. I like that. It looks rusty. It looks old. And the colors match. This one is beautiful too. The colors match the journal page. So sometimes I get an idea in midstream. Let's see. I want to choose a word to go on this little placard here, or the little metal frame. I'm going to choose the word perspective. So let me glue this one down first. And I want to choose a word that actually, I believe this is a sticker. I want to choose a word that fits the frame. So I'm somewhat limited. And you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm not going for perspective. I'm going for progress. And not just progress, but in progress. I'm not normally one that places words on journal pages, but this one seemed like a fun idea to do. In progress. There she is. Ladies and gentlemen, I had fun building this one because I got to use a technique I newly discovered. And I didn't see it anywhere. I just woke up with it in my mind and tried it. And that is the double and triple stencil ink technique. And let me see where I did the triple was last couple of days, and I'm going to show you. It's in this journal page right here. And it's this one. So this one has got triple the colors: green, vintage photo, and black soot. Now this is what I was speaking about when my stencil shifted. So you've got like a shadowy image because of the shift. So the black soot can turn the green a darker green, but that's what I wanted. I wanted the green, then the vintage photo, then the black soot. So you start again with your lighter colors and your mid-range color, which was the vintage, and then the black soot adds a grayish, darker brown. So you've got three colors there. You can't see them as well as if you strongly delineated them, but all three colors are present. So try that technique. And again, you don't want to go over all of the same area. You want to go over the back side or the side of an area with the color. Now there was where I played with purple and black, and I did not save it, but it was one of my play pages, and swatching and playing with stencils and colors and double color. And I did purple and black, and it turned out really beautiful. So I should have saved it, but silly me did not. And if I did save it, I don't remember. So I will look through my things, try to find it, and bring it to you if I can find it. I may have done an oddball page to de-stress, so I will look for it for you, but I don't know that I kept it. So we will find out. So thank you for joining me on this fun project to be able to add these elements from Maremi's Small Art. It was so much fun. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one.